Alright, so just a couple of reminders and things to go over before you guys complete Lab 5. Okay, so Lab 3 and Lab 5 are kind of a joint lab, and the idea is that in Lab 3 you're just kind of figuring out how you're going to separate that mixture. Okay, and Lab 5 is actually going through with your procedure and doing it. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you need to do first. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So the first thing that you have on your checklist, okay, is fill out Lab 3 or 5, your background information, your inquiry question, your hypothesis, your materials, your procedure, and your plan as to what you're going to do next time. Okay, so all of that needs to be filled out in your document. Please label it as Lab 3/5 in your science folder, in your iPad, okay, in your, what's that called? Pages documents, okay? So when you get to your Pages documents, okay, you are going to have a folder, okay, and that folder should be labeled with your name or whatever. That's your science folder, okay? In there, please make sure that you have a separate Lab 3/5 write-up. Okay, you can find this write-up in the the Lesson 3 folder in Schoology. You can open it in Pages so that you have it right there. You just type it right in that document. Okay, please make sure that you have completed this before the lab. You may not do the lab until you've done this. Okay, your inquiry question I'm going to put right here. How do I fully separate all the components of this mixture? Okay, that is what you're trying to figure out with this particular lab. Okay, there's also 2 mixture separation example videos that I've posted onto Schoology. Those are under Lesson 5, so please go ahead and watch those. They're really short, but they just give you some examples. These are not the same mixture that you have, so please note that you have some different substances. You have 2 different types of liquid, you have some other solids, so please note that your separation procedure should be nothing like this. It's just an example to kind of get you thinking and to kind of show you that there are different ways to separate a mixture depending on the different components. Okay. After you watch those videos, you may or may not want to make some changes to your procedure that you go through, so please go ahead and do that with your partner. Make sure that you talk about it, and make sure that your procedure is very organized and specific, okay, because your procedure is going to tell you which step to do first. So it's basically a step-by-step instruction of what you're going to do during your lab, which you should be doing probably tomorrow. So sign up for your Lab 5 so that I can get that prepared for you for tomorrow. Okay? Please let me know if you have any questions throughout the whole thing. Okay? But it is really important that you're really thinking about the different components and how you're going to completely separate them. So for example, if you separate them and there's still a little bit of residue left, how can you completely separate that? Okay, the whole idea is that when you have a mixture, it's all the components are mixed together, so you can't really see the properties of each component until you separate them. Okay, so in order for us to identify those components, which we will do in a subsequent lab, in order for us to identify those components, we need to be able to look at their properties, and we can't do that as a whole mixture. We have to look at them individually. Okay, so that's why we need to completely separate them. So that is your goal. Good luck. Please let me know if you have any questions, and please make sure that you've completed all of this stuff. Your Lab 5 quiz will be done after you finish the lab. Okay? All right, good luck.